It really has a lot of perks. It's quiet. People are very cordial and friendly.
Yeah, we're a lot of locally owned businesses. There's not the big corporation scene you see on like the Front Range near the Denver area.
Well, it's tough because folks don't have a lot of disposable income. A lot of my customers are farmers, and it's so expensive for them to just operate their equipment. They don't have a lot of extra left over.
I think that we're very stressed here in that area, and of course jobs that pay more than minimum wage. You can't live on that.
I've been around politics a long while. I just tell you, this administration is tired. It needs to be put out to pasture. We don't need 8 more years of that. We need fresh, vital voices, and Obama represents that.
People out here, we just need help for our middle class.
Well, I always feel that if you're not going to vote, you shouldn't complain, and I sure have heard a lot of complaining, so I hope we get to see plenty of votes to match.
Today I want to talk to you from the heart of as a farmer and a rancher. When you look at Barack Obama, he comes from Illinois. The farmers there tell me that he, as a state legislator, as a state senator, he listened to them. He supported the programs that they thought were important to agriculture in Illinois.
All to know what this tour is all about. For us, it is from Sterling to Fort Morgan to Windsor to Greeley to Pueblo to Salida to Gunnison to Montrose to Hotchkiss to Delta to Grand Junction, and we'll keep going to Dillon on Friday night. Now, why would we do that? We are doing that together because we know that Senator Obama believes what we believe, and that is that it's time for somebody to stand up for rural America.
When he went to the U.S. Senate, he's represented us very well too. And in ag policy, he's supported such things that are important to agriculture as the recently passed and twice vetoed by the president Farm Bill. It's not just for farmers, it's for rural communities, it's for people that need nutritional assistance, it's for research to our land-grant institutions. It's a lot of money that comes through the Farm Bill that goes into our community and excites our economy and is really, truly rural development.
I feel sorry for people who don't get to live in the 5th District of Colorado. This is some of the most gorgeous territory. It's not heavily populated, but it's just some of the most gorgeous country you're ever going to find, and it's an independent area. It's where being a Western Democrat really matters in terms of, you know, people respecting Second Amendment rights, but also thinking that people ought to have a chance to have the government take care of things it needs to take care of, and like veterans care, for example. So I love being out here. This is the favorite part of the district, is just to be able to drive out here and look around and go, wow, I get to live here.
Look at these last 3 weeks, I think about this as a dress rehearsal for president. Like, who can you picture more as president? You look at Barack Obama, calm and collected in those debates, with ideas, with principles, standing there with the plan. You look at energy policy. Barack Obama understands that it's going to be a combination of things to get this country energy independent. We can't keep spending $600,000 a minute on foreign oil.
One of the things, if you're working in rural regions, you learn very quickly is that every single vote counts and every single vote adds up. So what we always say to our guys on the ground here is that, you know, you're only as good as your last voter contact. And in a small town or small county, that effect is amplified. And it gets lost sometimes in the big city with thousands and millions of people. But you can see every time you talk to somebody it's making an effect. And 5 votes here, 5 votes there, 10 votes there, that's going to be the difference.
My son just told me recently he filled up our 4-wheel drive John Deere. It took $800 to fill it up. The good news is he only has to do it once a day. But he's in the same situation that you're in.
I say to you unequivocally here on the Western Slope, where we have stood arm in arm, Democrats, Independents, and Republicans, that Barack Obama will make sure that our water is protected in Colorado, because we're not going to put it on the table for negotiation with the state of Arizona or anybody else.
I thought it was great. I mean, we were so excited that these guys put Glenwood on their stop list, because we know how important we are to this election, and it's really nice to be recognized. I would say to people who haven't gotten involved in this campaign and are Obama supporters and are really tired of what's been going on for the last 8 years, that there's no excuse. It is now the time to get up off your couch, get away from your TV set. You know what's better is getting over to your local campaign office, picking up a phone, making calls to undecided voters, finding those Obama supporters, and make sure they vote, because every vote is going to count. I know everybody out there that believes in this campaign can make a difference, and now is the time to get involved. There's no excuse.
I grew up in Telluride, and I like the fact that the values that I care about, the things that I think are important, I share with people in Grand Junction, people in Durango, and people in Steamboat, and people in Rifle, and everywhere in between, because we all make a choice to live out here, and it's hard sometimes, and the winters are long, and it's not an easy place to live, but people make a choice to live here because of what it represents and the values that we share, so it's fun. It's pretty amazing to be. I wake up every morning and I pinch myself that I get to do this for a job. Get to drive around the mountains, talk to people about something I care deeply about, and about something that's going to make their lives better. So we can have good government, and this is where it starts, with the people.